Hey everybody, I hope you're having an absolutely amazing evening. I'm going to pop on here real quick. I wanted to check in on a couple of you. Well, we're going to talk about a Snickers bar because today would be one of those days that if I had a Snickers bar in my home, if I had a pack of Oreos today or tonight would be one of those nights that my children went to bed early. We'll talk about that in a minute. And I probably would have eaten the entire bag or a sleeve of Oreos, or the entire Snickers bar, or the pint of ice cream. Good thing is, it's not in my home. We're going to talk about that in just a second. But also, I want to talk to you real quick. I'm hiding in my bedroom. Well, I'm not hiding. I'm sitting on the floor because I've got a lot of laundry that has to be done. Anybody else? I would actually show you it, and sometimes I show people, but I'm so embarrassed because there's so much. So, we're going to talk about a Snickers bar, but also I want to check in real quick. If you're doing the 60-hour keto reboot, today's almost done. You've got one more day. How are you doing? How are you feeling? You should have already drank your tea, or you're currently drinking your tea, and you should be getting ready for bed. And so how are you feeling? A couple things. Make sure, again, you're plugged into the private Facebook reboot group because you will learn from a lot of the experts on there. Drink a lot of water, add some Himalayan salt to your water, go to bed early, finish it strong. You've totally got it. If you're just tuning in, where are you tuning in from? I'm hiding in my bedroom, sitting around laundry all around me, and I wanted to talk about a Snickers bar. I know it sounds super funny, but I really felt like I was shopping today. I wish I was in a better mood. But my children had one of those days where they weren't listening the greatest, and I felt like they were arguing. We were struggling getting through school, and I went shopping. I didn't really even enjoy it. I was trying to finish Christmas shopping. Who does not have their Christmas shopping done? So we're working on that. Anyways, I walked to go pay at Target, and I looked down, and isn't it so convenient how those stores have those candy bars and stuff right at your level or your children's eye level to grab, right? And so for a split second, I saw this massive Snicker bar. And you have to realize, I may have lost it with one of my daughters today. Here's the deal, like real mom life. I'm trying to raise an 11-year-old, and I sometimes have to tell her, I'll say, Amelia, I've never done this before. Like, I've never parented an almost teenager who I feel like is 18, right? And so we just had one of those days, and I had a 5-year-old who didn't want to learn her ABCs, and then there's 2 in the middle, right? And so I looked at the Snicker bar, and I was like, I could eat that. Like, I could sit in my van, I could sulk, I could pout because I feel like a terrible parent, and it probably would taste really good, and nobody would know. Like, I legitimately thought, maybe I should eat that Snicker bar because it might make me feel better. Because I was super pouty and crabby and fighting with my kids. And here's the deal. Our family has been eating this way. I have been on just a personal journey as a mom for 3.5 years. So I know better. Like, I know that if I were to eat something like that, I know how I would feel. I've got a bigger why. But it made me realize as I stood in that line, waiting to pay, how many people eat out of emotions. How many people eat because they're lonely or they're sad, they got in a fight. It's sitting in their house, it's easily accessible. And how often food turns into like it's a comfort, right? And I thought, man, so many people need to know that it's not just you that struggles with it. Like, even somebody that's been on their journey, like our family's been on this journey for 3.5 years. And I would say we have made a huge turnaround, but it doesn't mean that we don't struggle. It doesn't mean that everybody doesn't have a challenge in choosing the right foods or not. It really just boils down to a couple things. What is your why? Why are you deciding to take control of your health now and going into 2019? Why are you deciding that you want to feel better, look better, be around longer for your kids? You want to be more active? Like, what is your why? And I challenge you to make sure you know that your why is strong enough and have it right here, so that when here tries to play tricks on you and tells you that you need that Snicker bar or that bag of chips or that sleeve of Oreos or that pint of ice cream because you had a bad day, that here, your why, and right here will tell you that you don't need that, right? And so I've been challenging people to find different things that will, when you've got that loneliness or that anger or that like stressed out to the max day, whatever the case may be, that you've got something else to go to. There's working out, right? Like maybe your outlet is, I'm going to go run. Maybe your outlet is, I'm going to go lift weights. Maybe your outlet is, you need to shut off your phone and go listen to an audiobook. Maybe it's to go read for a little bit. Maybe it's meditating. Maybe it's a walk. Maybe you just need to shut down for a minute and just lay in your bed for 10 minutes and just say everything that you're thankful for. There are a lot of things that you can do that will walk you through those emotions that food doesn't have to. And it's a choice, right? And so I chose not to grab the Snickers bar, but it's been a long-term choice. Like it's been 3 years and I know better. I choose not to. I looked at it and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that, right? Plus maybe the reboot had a little bit to play in that if you're not eating. But I just wanted to come on here and encourage somebody. I actually shared it on my Instagram stories today. And I had so many people that were like, thank you. I'm not the only one that struggles or eats in secret. And I was like, you're not. There are so many people that do. And I often think that if people just own up and say, you're right, no more secret eating, no more emotional eating, no more eating out of habit, but I'm going to make this year truly a different year. And that means you've got to be willing to change. You've got to be willing to step outside your comfort zone, find new ways to cope with whatever comes your way if you have a bad day, right? And so I just wanted to pop on here and say, here's the deal. Don't give in to that Snickers bar. You've got way too much going for you, or you've got bigger goals than that. You can say no to it. It is a choice, right? If there's something in your home that makes you, like if you are having a bad day and you go into your cupboard because you know that's there, that's the one thing you need to get rid of by the end of the year. No more buying those Oreos. No more buying that specific bag of chips. Like I used to live on Doritos, the blue bag ones. And when I was pregnant, I probably would eat an entire bag every time I sat down. No more. So here's the deal. I just wanted to come on here and encourage you and say, everybody goes through their own challenges. You have to know your why. You've got to have enough discipline to say, I'm choosing not to. Not that I can't, because your words play a big power. I choose not to, right? And then also, you've got to have things that will help you combat that. Drink some water. I drink my pure therapeutic ketones. I drink my mom fuel. So I did happen to have my shaker bottle with me as I was walking around Target. So it was just because I was pouty. And for a minute, I totally could have given in. So I hope that's helpful. I hope you guys have a great night. I did post there's something called cracked chicken, and I did not make it tonight, but I have heard phenomenal things. So the recipe is posted below this video. A couple nights ago, we talked about the reboot starting. A lot of you are doing the reboot, so let us know how it's going. I actually think the reboot is going to be hopefully for sale one more time. We'll have to see before the end of the year, because I think we're really going to launch into 2019, having people start with the reboot, really start going after their health and fitness challenge or their health and fitness goals, And so if the reboot is available again at the end of this month, I'm just saying if it is, or if it's January 1st, if you want to join us, post reboot below. I'll send you some information. I'm just gathering names so that if we know it is going to be available, you can know before it's gone. So I hope you guys have a great night. It froze for a second. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.